Good day, everyone. Today we'll be discussing the first topic for cytogenetic course. This would be the introduction and about the history of cytogenetics. So first, let's define what is cytogenetics or genetics. Genetics is a field of biology that involves the study of genes, hereditary, and variation. So it deals with the function of the genes, its genes' behavior, and in context of cell or organisms, the pattern of inheritance is gene distribution, variation, and change in population. So what are the history of the development of genetics? So first, pinaka-famous, we have Gregor Mendel. Gregor Mendel is said to be the father of modern genetics. So he is an Augustinian monk, and his experiment on pea plants, ano yung scientific name ng pea plants? That's Pisum sativum. Doon siya nakilala, and that experiment nowadays is known as the Mendelian laws of inheritance. So Charles Darwin, so siya yung nag-publish ng book na ang title is On the Origin of Species. So he established that all species of life have descended over time from a common ancestry. So yun nga, meron siyang pinublish na ang title ay On the Origin of Species. Tapos siya din yung nag-come up ng idea of the natural selection. Ibig sabihin nun, it is a process kung saan yung organisms better suited for adaption to their environment to survive. Tapos siya din yung nag-coin ng term na survival of the fittest. So we have William Baton. Siya ay isang British biologist who applied yung works ni Gregor Mendel. Pinagsama niyo kay Charles Darwin na theory of evolution. Ano mahalaga kay William Bateson? Siya nag-coin ng term na genetics. Yung genetics came from the word genesis, meaning origin. So ito, tatlong to, we have Hugo De Vries, Carl Correns, and Erich von Chemack-Seinezek. So they work independently on different plant hybrids and came to the same conclusions on the inheritance as Mendel's. So we also have Thomas Hunt Morgan. Siya nag-establish ng chromosomal theory of inheritance. So gumamit siya ng fruit flies. Ano yung scientific name ng mga fruit flies? Drosophila melanogaster. Ginamit niya yon to demonstrate sex-linked inheritance patterns. So anong ginamit niya doon? Yung mutation daw that affected fly eye color and observed that the mutation was inherited differently by male and female flies. So we have Rosalind Elsie Franklin. Ano mahalaga sa kanya? Discovery ng DNA. We have James Watson. He is a 1962 Nobel Prize winner in physiology or medicine. So kasama niya si Francis Crick. He determined the structure of the DNA in a X-ray. Tapos nakita nila doon na the DNA is a helical structure. Tapos kasama niya din si Maurice Wilkins, who was also awarded as the 1962 Nobel Prize winner in physiology or medicine para sa discovery of the molecular structure of nucleic acids. So James Watson and Francis Crick solved the structure of the DNA. Other scientists like Rosalind Franklin and Maurice Wilkins also contributed to this discovery. So let's proceed to the branches of genetics. So first we have the cytogenesis. It deals with the study of physical basis of heredity, kung paano yung formation and development ng mga cells. We also have molecular genesis or molecular genetics. It deals with chemical basis of heredity. Merong new scope of genetics under sa molecular genesis. We have genomics and proteomics. Ang genomics, study of genes, while proteomics ay study of proteins. So we also have behavioral genetics. It is the study that deals with the role of genetic and environmental effect on the behavior, while the population genetics naman ay yung study the distribution and frequency of alleles within population. We have the classical. It is the oldest discipline of genetics. It is based on the cell division of chromosomes. So what are the methods of genetics? First, we have pedigree analysis. Ano lang kailangan tandaan dyan? It uses symbols to represent the members of the family. So yan, madidiscuss natin yan sa mga susunod na topics. So makikita nyo dyan, symbols yung ginagamit. For example, male, square yung gamit. For female, circle. Tapos pag may black na siya, ibig sabihin affected na yung individual or ibig sabihin meron na siyang defect sa kanyang genes. So karyotyping, it is used to detect chromosomal abnormality. It uses karyotype or karyogram. It came from the word karyon, meaning kernel, seed, or nucleus, and typos for general form to represent the chromosome. So parang palatandaan nyo na lang is mukha siyang kernel or parang seed. Yan yung itsura niya. So di ba meron tayong 23 pairs of chromosomes? Yan. Tapos pag may abnormal, makikita kung anong number ng chromosome yung may abnormality. So we also have plant experimental breeding. Pag plant experimental breeding, 'di ba meron siyang pag-experiment, 'di ba may parang hypothesis ka, we have the null and the alternative. So null, ang null laging negative. So palatandaan nyo na lang letter N, null, N negative, letter N din. Pag alternative naman, yun yung kabaliktaran, siya yung nasa positive manner. So twin studies. So 'di ba meron mga kambal-kambal. So we have identical and fraternal. Pag identical, also, other term dyan is monozygotic twins. Ibig sabihin sa isang egg lang sila na fertilize. Na yung egg na yun nag-produce ng 2 babies. So ibig sabihin meron silang same sex, merong same eyes, same hair color, and as well as same blood type. Sila yung mga mirror face or yung as in talagang, di ba sa Tagalog, pinagbiak na bato. Kasi parehong-pareho sila nung features. Yan, ganyan. Meron namang fraternal or dizygotic. Pag fraternal or dizygotic naman, dalawa yung itlog na na-fertilize, dalawa din yung sperm cells na nag-produce nung children. So as in magkaiba sila. So dito, they have different physical characteristics and features kasi wala naman silang share na, kumbaga pinag-share na similar chromosomes. So yan yung pwedeng babae or lalaki. Tapos, pwedeng hindi nga magkamukha kasi nga wala naman silang similar chromosomes. So, what are the factors that increase the odds of having twins? Una, advancing age of the mother. Pag daw mas matanda na yung mga nanay natin, mas mataas yung level ng sex hormones na estrogen. So, merong mas malaking chance na mag-stimulate ng mas madaming egg yung ovaries. Tapos, number of previous pregnancies. The greater the number of pregnancies ng isang woman or isang mother, mas mataas din ang chance na magkaroon sila ng twins. Hereditary, namamana po ang pagkakaroon ng kambal sa isang pamilya. Tapos race, sabi sa race, Black African women have the highest incidence of twins while the Asian women naman have the lowest. So ngayon, nowadays pwede na yung assisted reproductive techniques para kung gusto mo talaga magkakambal na anak, ginagamitan na ng science para asing ma-achieve yung twins na baby. So when it comes to statistical analysis, anong ginagamit natin? We have the chi-square. It is commonly used for testing relationships between categorical variables. Standard deviation, how far a set of numbers lie apart, and mean yung average. So what are the applications of genetics? We have plant and animal improvement, for medicine, genetic engineering, legal applications, and forensic and genetic counseling.